Divers have made quite a discovery off Nantucket Island in Massachusetts. The wreck of a German U-boat.
Says it has found a missing Nazi submarine. Researchers released these renderings of a German U-boat found on the seafloor just north of the country's coast.
The discovery of the sunken Nazi submarine off the coast of Nantucket has profoundly altered the landscape of historical understanding and technological speculation. This single event emerging from the depths of the cold Atlantic has ignited debates that extend far beyond the realm of maritime archaeology. The submarine, preserved under intense pressure and icy waters for decades, represents an unprecedented window into a hidden chapter of World War II. Its remarkably intact structure was only the beginning of a cascade of revelations that would send shockwaves through academic, military, and intelligence communities around the globe. What lay inside the vessel was far beyond the expectations of the divers and researchers involved in its salvage. Initial sonar scans during a routine survey revealed an unmistakable outline deep beneath the surface. The unmistakable shape of a U-boat, combined with the sight of a distinct conning tower, confirmed the team's suspicions. Excitement intensified when remotely operated vehicles transmitted clear visuals of the hull, which was surprisingly well preserved given its age and depth. This triggered a rapid escalation from a standard dive to an international operation involving experts from multiple disciplines. The historical importance of the find became immediately apparent, but no one could have predicted the extent of its implications. The exterior of the submarine still bore remnants of its original insignia, including a faint iron cross, sending chills through the diving team. Accessing the vessel's interior was a delicate process, given its fragile state. The pressure at such depths combined with decades of corrosion posed serious risks. Carefully, the divers removed a portion of the damaged hatch, allowing them to enter. Inside, they were met with a haunting tableau of the past, a perfectly preserved time capsule containing machinery, navigation tools, and personal effects from a bygone era. The control room still displayed dials and levers encrusted with rust, while torpedo racks remained in place, silent reminders of the submarine's intended purpose. However, the most extraordinary discovery emerged in the officers' quarters, concealed behind a false wall. There, the divers found a sealed metal case that seemed to have been deliberately hidden from view. Its airtight construction preserved its contents from the ravages of time, prompting the team to bring it back to the surface for examination. Inside the case were documents adorned with high-ranking Nazi insignias and signatures, but they were not typical military records. Instead, they contained detailed blueprints for technologies that defied the conventional understanding of the 1940s. Designs included sophisticated propulsion systems, directed energy weapons, and aerial vehicles bearing an uncanny resemblance to modern stealth aircraft. The technical precision and detail suggested that these were not mere theoretical musings, but serious research endeavors. The case also contained rolls of photographic film that, once developed, revealed chilling images of experimental test sites, aircraft prototypes, and hidden facilities. Among these images were photographs of unknown craft that looked strikingly similar to unmanned aerial vehicles seen in modern times, further deepening the mystery. The implications of these discoveries were staggering. If these technologies were more than speculative, then Nazi Germany had been much closer to revolutionary breakthroughs than previously acknowledged. A deeper analysis revealed a level of engineering sophistication that suggested the Nazis had been actively pursuing projects capable of changing the trajectory of the war. Adding to the intrigue was the discovery of a large, cylindrical object secured in the rear section of the submarine. Shielded by a partially destroyed blast wall, it lacked any markings or serial numbers, and its corrosion-resistant surface baffled the researchers. The object's purpose remains unknown, but speculation ranges from energy sources to experimental propulsion devices. The alloy composition and advanced construction suggest it may not have originated from known 1940s technologies. Some members of the salvage team even entertained theories of extraterrestrial influence, given the object's anomalous properties. As news of the discovery spread, interest surged from scientific and military circles worldwide. Historians revisited old intelligence reports, seeking connections to long-rumored Nazi projects and clandestine operations. Some pointed to Operation Paperclip as a potential link, suggesting the submarine might have been involved in attempts to smuggle advanced technology out of Germany before its collapse. The submarine's isolated location, far from typical patrol routes, suggested it had been engaged in a highly secretive mission. The vessel's logbooks, though heavily degraded, hinted at a carefully plotted route designed to evade Allied detection. The absence of battle damage on the hull supported the theory that the submarine had not been lost in combat, but had instead been deliberately sunk. The possibility of a controlled descent or a self-scuttling operation was considered, with some experts speculating that the mission's objective was to prevent these technologies from falling into enemy hands. Further exploration revealed skeletal remains within the crew quarters, offering a grim reminder of the human cost associated with the submarine's submarine's mission. Personal artifacts such as photographs, letters, and diaries provided a glimpse into the lives of the crew. One particularly well-preserved journal contained entries hinting at confusion and dissent among the sailors. The writer described increasing unease about the mission's true nature, alluding to mysterious cargo and ominous orders that suggested the submarine was never meant to return. The full scope of the discovery sparked ethical debates regarding the potential study and utilization of these technologies. The advanced blueprints included designs for devices that remain theoretical even today, including zero-point energy generators and directed energy weapons. The documents revealed that the Nazi leadership had heavily invested in such projects, indicating that their technological ambitions extended far beyond known wartime programs. The possibility that similar caches of technology remain hidden around the world raises serious strategic concerns. Intelligence agencies have begun re-examining old reports of missing submarines and unexplained post-war sightings of advanced craft. Analysts speculate that the submarine's mission may have been part of a broader dispersal strategy, with other vessels sent to deliver or conceal advanced technology in remote locations. The implications of this are deeply unsettling, as it suggests that undiscovered caches may still exist, potentially holding even more advanced and dangerous technologies. Among the recovered items were biological specimens preserved in sealed containers, including organic tissues and crystalline structures unlike anything currently known. Some samples exhibited unique electrochemical properties, suggesting their use in experimental energy systems or bioengineering programs. These findings have led to speculation that the Nazis may have been exploring transhumanist experiments aimed at creating enhanced individuals capable of surviving extreme conditions. Even more shocking was the discovery of metallic rods embedded with micropatterns, composed of rare earth elements and synthetic materials unknown at the time. Their design resembled energy regulators or control rods, but suggested applications far beyond nuclear reactors of the era. Experts believe these components could represent parts of advanced propulsion systems or power generators, potentially capable of outputs vastly exceeding modern technologies. The recovered materials forced experts to confront the unsettling notion that many post-war technological advancements may have been influenced, knowingly or unknowingly, by hidden Nazi research. Questions arose about whether certain innovations were truly independent breakthroughs or derived from recovered wartime technologies. The possibility that modern military platforms, including stealth aircraft and directed energy weapons, could trace their origins back to Nazi-era research has fueled intense scrutiny. Further investigation of the submarine revealed even deeper layers of secrecy. Some of the equipment on board appeared to have been manufactured outside of known Nazi facilities, possibly in hidden underground bunkers. Components bore manufacturing marks not found in standard production records, suggesting a compartmentalized, autonomous division within the regime dedicated to developing these technologies in isolation from the main military hierarchy. Radiation testing revealed residual contamination in several compartments, suggesting that radioactive materials had been on board or that experimental energy devices had been tested within the vessel. References in the documents to obscure terms such as delta field converters and element 57 have baffled researchers, as these concepts have no counterparts in known Allied research from the period. Linguists analyzing the documents noted the use of a specialized technical language, blending conventional German with a coded lexicon specific to the project, further complicating efforts to fully decipher the blueprints. Some documents referenced an enigmatic initiative known as Project Niflheim, previously only known through scattered and cryptic intelligence mentions. The program's stated purpose was to develop technologies capable of surviving beyond the defeat of Nazi Germany, suggesting a long-term plan to preserve knowledge and capability. Markings on containers within the submarine confirmed a direct connection to this program, validating long-held suspicions about its existence. Additionally, researchers discovered a strange schematic encoded within a leather-bound ledger found on board. The design, consisting of concentric rings and esoteric symbols, bore similarities to alchemical and metaphysical diagrams. Further analysis revealed mathematical correlations between the schematic and the propulsion blueprints recovered from the submarine. This suggests that Nazi researchers may have been blending empirical engineering with occult philosophies, a notion previously dismissed as pseudoscience but now given new weight by the evidence. Uniforms found on some of the skeletal remains bore unique insignias, unlike any known military emblems from the era. One symbol depicted a triangular glyph surrounded by a laurel wreath, hinting at the existence of a specialized branch within the Nazi hierarchy tasked with overseeing these projects. Textile analysis confirmed the authenticity and dating of these uniforms, supporting theories of a clandestine group operating within the Third Reich with significant resources and autonomy. The submarine also housed unconventional communication devices, including an encrypted relay system far ahead of its time. Analysis suggests that the vessel may have been designed to remain in contact with either a central command or other vessels engaged in parallel missions. Some analysts theorize that automated signal bursts detected in historical sonar records may have originated originated from similar submarines, potentially lying dormant around the globe, awaiting recovery or reactivation. An inventory ledger recovered from the submarine meticulously cataloged the stored materials using coded symbols and phrases. One recurring term, "for the return," appears throughout the ledger, though its exact meaning remains unclear. Some experts interpret it as a reference to the eventual retrieval or reactivation of the technologies, hinting at a long-term ideological plan aimed at preserving the Nazi scientific legacy. Within the same ledger, researchers found a parchment containing a highly detailed schematic with strong visual and mathematical similarities to ancient esoteric diagrams. This discovery has fueled speculation about the influence of occult belief systems on the Nazi technological programs, particularly given the involvement of groups like the Ahnenerbe in merging mythology with scientific research. The overlapping of advanced engineering and metaphysical symbolism points to a complex ideological framework driving these programs, combining hard science with speculative theories. The possibility that the submarine carried not only technology but also ideological intent raises difficult ethical questions about how to handle its contents. Some argue that studying these technologies risks reviving dangerous ideas, while others contend that ignoring them could leave critical advancements undiscovered. The wreck's silent testimony has forced a re-evaluation of World War II's technological legacy and introduced the unsettling notion that its most profound consequences may still lie hidden, waiting to resurface. As the submarine continues to be analyzed, new sections are being explored, revealing additional artifacts that expand the scope of the discovery. With every object recovered, the story of the submarine grows more complex, weaving together threads of wartime desperation, scientific ambition, and ideological extremism. The mystery of the submarine's mission remains unresolved, but one thing is clear: it represents far more than a relic of the past. It is a reminder that history can remain hidden in the shadows, waiting to challenge the present with truths long thought buried. In the cold depths of the Atlantic, the submarine remained silent for decades, its secrets locked away in darkness. Now that it has been found, its revelations force the world to confront a chilling possibility: that the final chapter of World War II has yet to be fully written, and its greatest mysteries are only just beginning to surface from the abyss.